And unfortunately, he's at ground zero of this nuclear
Wanting to start a
apocalypse.
podcast, but they're very overwhelmed.
I think Spirit has absolutely no issue in giving us validation.
And let color sort of help minister to you.
Love that. Okay,
With
so that's a
estrogen,
great...
those two combined are great, and it's neuroprotective.
Why they're called spirits is because then it opens the box.
So speaking of intuition, when you talk to people, if you're in your dream and then you realize you're dreaming.
There's so much you can
Crossover, whether it was an illness, whether it was sudden, though they are home and that they are completely safe and well and
certainly call in my guides, of which she's one, but I need to work at that.
Symbols that represent your spiritual connection. The next way for you to connect with your spirit.
lead to the Hall of Records, but there were the tall blue graves.
Career, finances, all of it, everything that's manifesting here.
Eternal, forever void for like a trillion billion years.
Him and gosh, he's 3 inches taller than me, and he's a beat.
How did you know there was a message that you shouldn't be wearing them?
Shoes. See? I love those shoes. I was like, I'm wearing those shoes.
So everyone just goes in light, everything's happy. That's not been my experience, and I've conducted...
Astrology is really as the celestials in the sky.
Right? I think I've always just been sensitive. I mean, even you being a nurse, just the way that...
Exactly who it is, and I'm like, I've had this ability for probably my whole life, and I didn't even...
He brought them all back tenfold. Now I spend
living with a chronic disease or like healing from it. I feel like
a mystical level experience, but again, you're not going to just get that if you're the average person.
Then what do you do? And how do you do it?
Ahead with the 2x4, right? Like it is just screaming for you to heal.
That what it is.
Well, there's two main ways people will know. The first way is
there are other, I believe, civilizations out.
Form of manipulation. It is,
that you can kind of group people into. Well, so it's the same with the
place twice. So it's a hill. It's not particularly green. Like it's a little
business now. Okay, they just mentioned something.
Ask about your Chiron placement because I've never had it shared with me. Of gypsies, of soothsayers, of magical people across eons of time.
To view it, and they're all in alignment with.
All of a sudden, the anesthesiologist noticed what was happening and was like, "Oh no, you!"
I followed this path, and I knew
in your mind that you're not getting it, or else you would have.
I went down to my mom's pantry and I got a bay leaf. And what was I trying to...
My path, literally. I had this vision of...
So that's less than 1%. So that means that
you've come to say something, and he said, "Yeah, I'll have the healing session, but I've been looking for you."
See, spirit is not something outside of you. It's not some external force.
See these things, and this is the beauty of it, that it's not perfect.